Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Robin. Robin is from England in the UK. So let's see what Robin has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Robin. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very good. How are
So,
you?
very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for
So tell me,
interviewing me.
how's your day going so far?
It's going well. Yeah, it's going quite well. How's your day?
Very good. Yes, I love those autumn days, which is not too cold, not too warm, it's like crispy. I love that. Tell me what has been the highlight of your week so far.
Ooh, I don't really have much of a highlight. The week goes as the week goes. Um, I take each day at a time, so I have no highlight.
So tell me, where are you from, Robin?
I'm from Tyne and Wear.
Where's about?
Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle, Sunderland. It's the northeast of the UK.
Oh, I see. And that's the place you're born and raised?
No, no. I was born down in Hertfordshire, and I was raised in Durham.
Okay. And how long have you been living there for?
Um, I've been living here for 20 years.
Wow. So tell me something interesting about the place where you live right now, something that stands out compared with other places in the UK.
Well, there's a lot of things. We have the longest wooden escalator in the world.
Oh, wow.
We have the oldest working railway in the world. We have the oldest single arch railway bridge in the world.
Mhm.
And not far from where we are, we have the biggest lamb sculpture in the world.
Oh my God. Wow. There's a lot of history there for sure.
There is.
Amazing. And tell me what do you do for work, for living, Robin?
I'm a full time single dad. Um, Before then, I was a humble cleaner. But that's what I
Mhm.
do now. I just look after my kids.
Oh, wow. And how many kids have you got?
Got two.
Oh, sweet. And how old are they?
My youngest is two. My oldest is four. So quite young.
Wow. Very young. And tell me, you are a single dad. Are you okay to talk about it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a choice, or tell me a little bit about that. You became a single dad.
It was a choice. I was working at the time, and I was told by child services that I'd either have to be a full time dad, or my kids will be put in the system into foster care. So
I
I
see.
chose being a dad.
Oh, I see. I got it. Okay. All right. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your point of views. Okay.
Yes.
But before we start our journey within the magic box, I'd like you to tell me something interesting about yourself, or maybe something that not many people know about you.
I'm the hiker of Thailand Weir, the official hiker.
So tell me a little bit about it.
So I adventure from Newcastle and different places all the way around Thailand Weir. My longest hike was 18 hours. It was 45 miles and six breaks in one day.
Wow. And how was the experience? Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, after the experience, it hurt my legs for a full week, but it was a fantastic experience. It was during the winter. There was snow everywhere,
Wow.
and it was absolutely beautiful. I hiked from the River Tyne, which goes through Tyne and Weir, all the way up to Northumberland to a little place called Cresswell, and then back again.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
I went to explore the ruins of the manor in Cresswell, and it was very, very surreal. By the time I got there, it was pitch black dark. So I was looking at ruins in the dark, which was quite fun.
Oh my God. And why did you do that? Was just like you just wanted to, to challenge yourself, or was something that is something behind?
It's yeah, it's a challenge myself, but also it's a hobby. It's something that I've wanted to do for a
Mhm.
while. I went there with my family for a holiday and found out it's only 20 miles from where we lived. I was like, well, I can hike from this place at the Tyne River and walk up and back down again. And so I did, and it's my longest. I took an accidental detour. It was meant to be 40 miles, but a detour took me an extra 5 miles. So altogether, I hiked 45 miles.
Oh wow, my God, what an experience. I think hiking and being, around nature, you always find something interesting. There's always something through the journey that, comes up and you go like, my God, that's interesting to see.
That's it. Yeah, it's very true.
Amazing. Robin, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yes, of course.
Amazing. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. From the phone questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. All right, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
Right, first question for you is, if you could have a superpower, what that would be and why?
Telekinesis. I can move things with my imagination. And the reason why I have that is because with my own imagination, I could make myself fly, for example, with telekinesis. So instead of asking for flight, I could ask for telekinesis and move things around as well as myself.
Wow, I'd love that as well. Talking about life, tell me so far, what's the most beautiful lesson that life has taught you?
Most beautiful lesson. To stay true to yourself. It's easy to fake who you are. It's easy to claim falsities about yourself. But if you stay true to yourself, you realize that you'll make true friends that way.
I totally believe as well. I think when you are yourself, the right people come along, the wrong people go away, and that's how things works. And you don't have any pressure on your shoulders, you're just yourself.
Yeah.
Saying that, what's the biggest joy of being Robin? What do you like the most about being you?
Well, as being a dad, that's one of my biggest joys.
Wow.
Being an adventurer, that's another joy of my life.
Amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Okay. Next question is, if you could change something yourself or about yourself, what that would be and why?
I wouldn't change anything because the lessons I learned in my youth, though they were harsh, needed to be learned.
Totally. Next question. Let's do it. Before the next question, of course, you got connected through TikTok, yeah? And I was checking out some of your videos on TikTok, and they're really, really, again, back to a nature adventure. So tell me, what the idea behind your your TikTok videos? Walk me through a little bit about your experience or your idea over there.
Well, it started with a game. I used to be a gamer. I used to play Skyrim a lot, and one day I was just sitting down playing for a long time, and I was like, this is getting boring. I wanna do this for real. I wanna go out there. I wanna shoot arrows. I wanna hike. And so I did. I started hiking. I went to a sports shop. I bought a bow and arrow. Started shooting deadwood, like going on massive hikes and shooting arrows, and then one hike led to another, and eventually I realized that I could hike many places, and so I did. And I recorded these hikes and put them on TikTok.
Wow. And how often do you put your videos? Do you have like a routine, or you just put when you feel like?
Just when I'm free.
And you always hike like in different areas, different places?
Yeah, yeah, all within Tyne Wear. Sometimes I'll go a bit beyond and go through either Northumberland and Durham, but normally it's within Tyne Wear.
I see. Okay. Next question is, what are you most passionate about?
Ooh, um, my kids' happiness.
Oh, that's sweet. Tell me why.
I just love seeing. I love it when you get something for your kids, and it makes them extremely excited to the point where you feel like mission success.
What's the most meaningful lesson you've learned from them?
For my kids to never give up, to stick to your duties and never give up.
Oh, wow. Amazing. And I think around this age, 2 and 4, my God, you've learned a lot during this time. They are growing. They are, experience new things, very curious as well. And the energy is just so much energy for sure. You know that.
Yeah.
Amazing. Next question, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next one. Hey, Robin from England. Next question is, what's your favorite holiday season of the year?
Summer.
Tell me why.
It's nice and hot. It's beautiful. We can go to the beach. We can go to many places. It's t-shirt weather. Don't have to wear a coat. It's just beautiful.
Tell me, when did you start this connection with nature? Your passion about being outdoors.
Well, since I was around 16, I lived with my foster carers, and I slept in one time, and they told me that if I sleep in, they'll have to leave without me. I was like, okay. So I slept in, they left without me, and they went to this place which was 25 miles away. And my friend was there too, and he phoned me up saying, "Where are you? Why are you here?" I was like, my parents left behind." Now my friend is a bit of a funny guy. He likes to make jokes. He says, "Well, why don't you walk?" And I took him seriously, and so I walked. I walked 25 miles to see this person. My friend.
Oh my God.
Thankfully, I got left home, but that was my first ever hike, and I enjoyed it because I went past loads of good scenery.
Wow.
Nature, bird song, foxes, the age of the north, everything. It was beautiful.
Tell me this connection we have with nature. What is about?
Peace and just beauty that's natural to the form where it was when the earth began. You got like bird songs, you've got just the foraging around you, especially in the woods. When you've on a sunny day, say in the summer in the woods, you have the sun rays beaming down the trees. You have little flies and little dandelion seeds gliding along in the sunlight. You have little foraging creatures all around you making noises, and you have the bird song just whispering in your ear. That is true essence of nature.
Totally agree. I think that you find peace over there. It's peaceful.
That's it.
Amazing. Next question, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next one. Rob, before the next question, of course, I can see, the love you have for your kids. Yeah. Tell me, what's the biggest joy of parenting? Yeah. Like raising your kids. And what's the biggest challenge for you being a single dad?
The biggest challenge is giving up doing things that I want to do. Giving up hiking, for example. When I became a dad, I realized that I potentially would have to give up hiking for good. Thankfully, that's not the case, but it was a risk that I was willing to take. What was the first one you asked? The first question?
What's the biggest joy of being a dad, of parenting?
The biggest joy is the fact that I'm able to bring up two children all on my own. A lot of people do say, "Oh, single dads, like dads, they don't bring up children," and so I like to be the medicine for that and say, "No, dads can do this. We can do this." There's a lot of dads out there that don't do this. A lot of dads that walk out of being a parent. There's a lot of dads that don't do this, and who don't treat their children as they should be treated. Um,
Hmm.
so for me, I'm making up for all those mistakes that those dads have done. And I'm saying, no, men can do this. It's just those men are they're not men. They're, yeah.
I see. All right. Next question is, who is the most influential person in your life and why?
Oh, well, I've got a few. I have, for my faith, I have Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
And the other inspirations is King Arthur for his round table and Robin Hood, because obviously my name's Robin, but and the reason why is because with King Arthur, he had a round table, and his round table symbolizes that though he was the king, he considered himself equal with his knights.
Wow.
And Robin Hood, because of his fight for oppression against the government at the time, and against taxation, and against oppression from the people of the citizens.
Wow. Next question, let's do it. Okay, Robin, next question is, that's what I like the most about the Magic Box. I always believe the right question comes always to the right person. Look the question who came up now. If you were to raise a child, what are the most important thing would you like them to learn? So it's a very good question for you.
I like them to learn respect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I bring my children, I do not want to learn that they've been bullying another child. I'd rather have them learn that they've went to a child who's been bullied, stopped the bully, and defend the child. Um, um, I want to teach my child, respect as well, to respect those who are smaller and who are more vulnerable, and to stand up for what's right.
Tell me, when you think about your childhood memories, what's the best memory that comes to your mind that you're never gonna forget?
I have a few. I have a good few. Um, I went to Florida a few times in America,
Oh wow!
Disneyland. That was quite nice. There, I think my biggest the childhood memory that I remember mostly that I brag about is I swam with sharks in Florida. That was the best.
Oh, oh wow! And why Florida? Was just because you loved it, you liked it. That's why the
Yeah.
destination.
Yes, it was me being a kid, me liking Disney. It was quite magical at the time.
I used to work for Disney Cruise Line actually, based in Florida. So I did a contract of 3 months and a half, and we got to see all the parks for free as well. We got to see everything before
Ooh,
going on boards on the ships. It was an amazing. My God, I felt like a child again.
that's it. It's wonderful what they do. Wonderful.
Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it. You like dancing, Robbie?
Um, I'm not very good at dancing. I'll dance on my own where there's no cameras.
Before the next question, tell me, since you started hiking, tell me a situation that you're never gonna forget, that for some reason, something danger, something funny, something that you're never gonna forget.
Oh, I've got a few of them, quite a few of them. Um, Depending what kind, because I've had a few dangerous situations. I've had a few creepy situations. I've had a few um, dazzling situations. It's
So
so
the creep, a creep, sorry,
sorry.
a creep. a creepy one, and a danger one that comes to my mind. Something that's for you, marks you.
A creepy one was I was doing a Halloween hike because I went to a haunted forest at one point, and I heard these ghosts at these forests. This is when I went camping, and so about 2 years later, I went back there to have a look at the forest, but there was nothing there. So I went on the way back home from that hike. I was hiking up this massive hill in the woods, and the puddles on the ground started turning orange. I was like, that's weird. And I walked up, and they started turning orange to brown, then brown to dark red to dark black. I was like, what's going on here? And I walked up, and the smell was getting more putrid, more disgusting. And I realized I was hiking on blood.
Oh my God.
And so I walked up, and I found this farm, and I hope, well, if you're vegan, I wouldn't hope, but I hope it wasn't anything suspicious, at least. I think it may have been some animals that might have been made into meat, and the carcasses were left in this red tub, and they've left the blood to strain all the way down the path. But I didn't dare check in case it was something I didn't want to see. So I left it at that. But that's on one of my videos on my TikTok.
Wow. And the danger one, something dangerous that happened that you went like, wow.
Yeah. So I was hiking to find this hidden castle in the woods next to a place called Blythe. And on going there, it was wet terrain. So there was like a lot of muddy, wet, slippery mud. And I was hiking alongside this cliff, and suddenly I slipped and just almost went tumbling down a cliff when I grabbed something. And this very thing that I grabbed, you would not have thought would have saved my life. It was a fern, like a leaf fern.
Oh, wow.
It kept my weight for some reason, don't know how. Now, when I go back on the videos, before I slipped, I saw as I went past, I couldn't. It got taken down off TikTok because of the situation. But there was a leaf that was like blowing, like waving at me before I slipped. It was quite weird.
Oh, wow.
And then
Wow.
I slipped, and then I grabbed the fern, and then I pulled me up from the fern. And then I did another video afterwards explaining what happened. But yeah, that was just one of the scariest moments. I've nearly been run over by a car once. I was pinned against a wall, and cars were coming this way, and there was no pathway where I was. So I was like pinned against a corner, and this one driver decided to be a bit funny, and he drove a bit too close, and about that much difference between his wing mirror and my body. So yeah, that was quite frightful.
Wow. I think Mother Nature is all around looking after, whatever is happening over there. That's for sure. Wow. Okay. Next question is, do you know anyone who is living their life to the fullest?
I don't think anyone can live their life to the fullest because everyone always has their ups and downs. Life is like a roller coaster. It's never just up. There'll always be a down. There'll always be a part where you don't feel like you're living your life to the fullest. So I don't think anyone can live your life to the fullest. It's an impossible challenge.
And saying that, what's the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life is to do good, to prevail against all the darkness that life can throw at you, whether it's depression, whether it's something evil or something bad or sickness or even yourself, if it's greed, if it's like you need to work on yourself, you need to fight to win.
Amazing. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, next question for you is, what is your favorite guilty pleasure TV show?
I don't actually watch a TV, to be honest. I mean, I used to like Game of Thrones.
Uh-huh.
I like the Vikings series too. They were quite good. But apart from them, I don't really watch TV,
And you're kind of person that prefer to watch movies or series
movies,
here as
movies.
well.
The thing is that sometimes I've mistaken a movie to be like the start of a series, and I've got drawn in, and I look at the series, and it'll say like 36 seasons. I'm like, oh, what
I
have I
know,
got into?
I know what you mean. I think it's a movie. No, there's something that's gonna start and end in there. You know what I mean? It's just gonna finish there.
Yeah,
And I think that's gets your attention. And I think you feel more relaxed as well, and you just enjoy the moment because you know it's gonna finish one point.
that's it, exactly.
Last question, ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Last question. But before the last question, Robin, people who comes to check your TikTok page, your videos, what's something that you'd like to people to take with them? What do you think? What's the biggest message that you'd like to pass there when people are watching your videos?
To go adventure, be inspired, go out there, go in nature. Or even if you don't want to go in nature, adventure doesn't have to be outside. Adventure could be a new thing, a new job, a new school, a new college, a new uni. Anything that you're going, anything that you're embarking is an adventure. So anything like that.
Amazing. All right. Last question for you is, would you rather be invisible or be able to fly? And what would you do?
Um, I'd fly. I'd fly over hills and mountains because I'd be able to see everything from a bird's eye view, sort of like Google Maps.
Nowadays, yes. Tell me if you could fly anything right now, anywhere in the world, where would you fly? Right this moment.
Oh, if I could fly anywhere in the world without anyone tracing me, I'd probably fly over the most top secret places and have a look.
Very, very clever. Right. Sorry. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's start with money,
pound,
family,
friends,
fear,
dark,
life,
unknown.
like that. Love,
Sorry,
love,
love, heart,
religion,
cross,
sex,
gender,
politics,
my mind's blank. House of Parliament,
okay, friendship,
bond,
desire,
greed,
regret,
sorrow,
success,
books,
wish.
genie,
I'm a genie in the bottle. Dun, dun. Happiness.
sunlight.
One word for England.
One word for England, countryside.
Right. And the last one now. One word for hiking.
Adventure.
Amazing. Let's pretend now we're going to meet your best friend for a coffee. And I'm going to ask your best friend. Define Robin in one positive word and one negative word only. What your best friend would say.
Legend.
As a positive. And negative?
Yeah. Negative. I don't think he'd have any. I don't think of anything.
Okay. Let's play now Robin and the Magic Box. and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, Robin, maybe someone is watching this interview right now. Would you like to raise children being a single dad, or maybe they are facing a situation where they need to be a single dad? What would be your best piece of advice for those people?
There is no handbook. There is no rules or settings. There is no good or bad. You've just got to do as much as you can for your kids. Keep that in mind, and don't let just random people tell you how to parent your kids. You know what your kids need. Go for it. Do it.
Amazing. Good one. Can you ask me a question now, Robin?
Yes. What is your favorite form of adventure?
Oh my God, what a great question, Rob. What a great question. Wow, what's from adventure? My God, I love adventures as well. Right. Okay, I'm gonna relate it to you as well. I've got a very good friend of mine, a best friend. He lives in Canada, yeah, and we did canoeing camping once. And for me, I actually didn't know that you can do that. How it works is, you settle like the whole weekend where you're gonna put your tent in different places in like 3 different days. For example, you arrive in a place, there's a place already waiting for you in the middle of the forest. Yeah, it's like everything's already organized. So you're canoeing like 4 hours, and you get there to the point where you're meant to be. And suddenly you need to put the tent, you need to organize your food, everything. You need to put everything for the night. So, you have dinner, you organize, you go for swimming or fishing, whatever you want to do. Next morning, you need to pack everything again and go to the second point. So this for me was one of the best adventure I ever had, because, we need to do it. You cannot like run away. You cannot like, okay, I can do later. You need to do everything, you know what I mean, and go for the second and the third place as well. And through the journey, of course, you're canoeing, you could stop some places as well to relax and to have a beer or eat something, and carry on as well with the canoeing camping. And also something that I find interesting is on the way to go, like, so the river is easier to go, but to come back, you're going against the way, a little bit the weight, so it's a bit more difficult to come back. However, the fun of doing it, because there you don't need to rush yourself on the way back, because you can stop anywhere, you can because you're gonna get back your canoeing, you're gonna kind of check out of the place, yeah. So there's no much things you need to worry about. But the way to go, you need to kind of be aware the timing, because you need to arrive on time, not to get too dark for you to, put your tents and everything. And you need to leave as well, put everything right. Something interesting about that I learned that I didn't know was, of course, there are a lot of bears in Canada, yeah, like, so there we cannot keep in your tent like foods or anything that smells, like any product that you have. So they have like closer to your tent, they have something like a piece of wood very high, where you need to stick all the way up. So everything that smells, you need to be all the way up there, in case attract them, because they can smell very far away. So
Can't bears fly? Is that fly? Climb? Can't bears
again,
climb? Can't bears climb?
no, no, I don't think so. But the thing is, just a very high piece of wood. You keep your things there. But the main reason is because so they don't attract them to come to your tent. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
that,
I see.
yeah, that you cannot keep in your tent. Your tent, you cannot keep anything that's food or anything that's gonna smell during the night. So it's gonna attract them. They never come anyway, but just for precaution. Yeah, you need to keep. So there's this place where you put all the way up your food and everything for the night, and in the morning you pull back again, and you can carry on or cook. So just like hygienic products as well, like toothbrush, all those things that smells, you need to keep in this bag that they give to you, and you need to raise all the way up, like in this place where they keep it. So just to keep, first, it's just for safety, you know what I mean? Because they can smell for kilometers away. So in case they feel the smell, they're not gonna come in your tent to, you know what I mean, because of the smell. So it's something that I found that that was for me adventure, because I've learned a lot doing it, all those things that I didn't know. So for me, that's one of the the things that I call adventure. When you learn, when you go through situations that you need to, timing, and at the same time you need to relax. So it was one of the biggest like adventures I ever had in my life, for sure.
That's epic. That's epic. We don't have bears in Britain, so we're happy.
I mean, they never come to you because they never attack you. But just in case, you need to do that because it's a rule. It's a rule that you need to follow. You cannot keep the things in your tent during the night. During the day is fine. You can enjoy your day, but during the night, just in case, not to them to attract them during the night to come to your tent to to see what's happening there. They smell. It's funny. I found it very interesting when I find out that it's like, oh, that's interesting. A bit scary as well, but it's a bit interesting. Did you enjoy the interview, Robbie?
I did. You asked me to have a closing statement or something, didn't you?
Yes. So before that, I'd just like to say thank you so much for you to take your time. I know you are a busy man. You have 2 kids, and I think nowadays we are so busy with our own lives. And when someone take their time to us, it's a gift. So thanks again for taking the time. And yes, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Well, I'll leave with my signature quote. I was on an adventure one day and I was making a video. I was in the dark woods, and it was one of my first times for hiking in dark woods. And I came up with this phrase that I say a lot, and it's one of my signature phrases. Fear kills adventure, but adventure kills fear.
I love that. Oh my God, it's so true, isn't it? Sometimes even if you feel fear, go feeling scary because it's these butterflies in your tummy. It's a push for you to do it sometimes. That's how it's.
Once you trust fear, the adventure's over. But if you put adventure in front of fear, it's not just for hiking or for canoeing or for camping. It's for everything. It's for even finding a job. If you're nervous about your interview, don't trust fear. Trust adventure. Go for your adventure rather than fear.
Amazing. Very good.
Guns blazing.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Amazing. Thanks again. Thanks for the time. Thanks regards to your kids and to your friends and family. And we keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.